Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Pastor Haynes, I know you got a good word this morning. The senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Good morning.
Oh, man, love you, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much. Yes, this is the day the Lord has made. But every now and then we find ourselves, as good as God is, in situations that are bad, and those bad situations can leave us in a dark place. If you've been in a dark place, you know what it means to feel disappointed, and sometimes that disappointment will be magnified to the point where you get depressed, despairing, and finding yourself ready to give up because you are in a dark place. Listen, life will put you in a dark place, and if you're in a dark place, here's the good news. There's a bright side somewhere. That's the shout I have for everyone listening this day. You've awakened to a new day because there's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere. Let's all of us know, number one, that whenever you feel like you can't cope, hold on to hope, because hope is your rope that will pull you out of that dark ditch of despair and depression. Hope lets you know that beyond what's happening right now is something greater and better in your not yet. You see, when I hope, it's an expectation beyond my current situation that somehow things are going to get better. Whatever else you do, keep on hoping. Whatever else you do, as Jesse Jackson would say, keep hope alive. Whatever else you do, make sure that you hold on to hope. Continue to have expectations beyond your current situation, because God is not dead. God is not done. There's a bright side somewhere. There's a bright side somewhere also gives me the faith to believe in something, in the faith to believe in the best in the midst of the worst. I like that right there. When I have faith to believe in the best, it means the worst is not going to have the last word. It hurts me, but it can't have the last word on me because I believe that the best is yet to come. I have faith in a future that is better than my right now. So go ahead, keep on believing, keep on hoping, keep on praying, knowing there's a bright side somewhere. Don't you stop till you find it. There's a bright side somewhere.
Oh, man, there's a bright side somewhere. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Ricky. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, there's a bright side somewhere. Love you.
Oh, that's right. Love you. Have a good one.
All right, y'all, here we go.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Brought to you by
Macy's. Macy's has the brand's values and expert advice that you need to own your style. You'll find great deals on spring looks like pastel dresses and designer suits, plus home essentials like cookware, comforters, and more. Going on this week at Macy's. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Russia continued to bomb cities throughout Ukraine yesterday, and talks continued between high-ranking Ukrainian and Russian officials. Russia has allegedly reached out to China for military assistance, and the U.S. has warned China against getting involved. Meanwhile, the number of refugees who fled the country has now reached almost 3 million. Meanwhile, the mayors of both New York and Washington, D.C. announced a $70,000 reward in the search for a man who's wanted for shooting 5 homeless people in both cities this month. 2 of the victims died, and they believe it's the same person involved. In other news, Idaho has become the latest state to issue a 6-week abortion ban similar to the one in Texas passed last year, allowing citizens to sue anyone seeking or aiding in an abortion. And last but certainly not least, Uber and Lyft are now going to charge you a little bit extra to catch a ride or to order food. Due to higher gas prices, you can expect to pay anywhere from 35 to 55 cents more. All right, that's what's going on in news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going on?
Well, Tom Brady, of course, he unretired and made the announcement the other day that he will be returning to play for his 23rd season in the NFL. Lots of collectors are a little upset about this decision because this one guy who purchased Tom Brady's final touchdown ball for $500,000 last year, that ball is now worth $50,000 or less.
Oh, wow.
Because he's coming back to play, so it's not going to no longer be his final touchdown ball.
Wow.
Come on. That ain't funny, but go on, man. Colin Kaepernick is still working out every day. Video surface of him throwing passes to Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett. He's still hoping for an NFL team to give him a shot to play. Listen, do I think it will happen? Probably not. But, I'm a theory guy. Let's throw this theory out there. He's throwing passes to Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett. All right? Russell Wilson has recently been traded to the Denver Broncos.
What?
So that means the Seattle Seahawks could use another quarterback.
But who, though?
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, yeah. But,
So
but they ain't going to let him in. They so racist.
Probably not, but Pete Carroll is one of those head coaches that he is kind of outside the box. I wouldn't be surprised if he invites him to camp. Just come to camp, try out. I'm not going to promise and guarantee anything, but I'll give you a fair shot.
If they did that and they went and win the damn Super Bowl.
Come on, dog.
Colin Kaepernick win the Super Bowl.
Perfect ending to a fairy tale story.
All black people will be free to back in their parking spaces. Everybody be backing in their parking spaces. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Speaking of backing in, Gary, what's the team? What's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Zaya Wade, baby, honey. Miss Zaya Wade is letting the children have it, honey. Now, they're saying that Zaya is continuing to prove that she's a force in fashion. Now, yesterday, she drove her Instagram followers, y'all, wild, honey, with a new photo set. Now, in fashionista form, they're saying the influencers, y'all, celebrating International Women's Day, y'all, in a show-stopping ensemble that was styled by Thomas Christokikis, y'all. Now, Zaya looked amazing. Now, in the new photo shots, Wade posed, y'all, in front of a solid pink background. Her outfit, y'all, consisted of a vibrant flamingo feather knit top from La Pointe's pre-fashion and pre-fall 2022 collection. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the oversized fit of the sweater prompted a sweater dress vibe. The long sleeve, y'all, garment offered playful details that included a dramatic feather cuffs. Oh my God, y'all should see Zaya. Now, they're also saying that Zaya continued, y'all, to add bold elements to her look with a pair of purple tights. Now, she styled her hair in her signature knotless braids and curled the ends. Now, when it came down to the shoes, they're saying that the model slipped into yellow heels. The crisscross statement style was complete with floral straps across the toe with a thin pyramid heel, y'all. Oh my God, Zaya looks amazing, honey. They're saying that Zaya is the stepdaughter of Gabrielle Union and daughter of Dwayne Wade, and she tends to wear trendy and modern garments that emphasizes youthfulness, y'all. Now, she also was spotted in several designer pieces by Louis Vuitton, Prada, Burberry, and Gucci. Go Zaya, she looks amazing. She looks just like her daddy, honey, in those outfits. So she looks good. Congratulations, Zaya. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color of the day is Diva Glam. On the high end, you say Diva Glam, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Punch. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, somebody dissing Diddy, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
And that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. Let me see. I don't see nothing. Oh, my bad.
Yes, sir. It's brought to you by Geico, big dog. Switch to Geico today and see all the ways you can save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you can save today. Briggity tat, tickety tat. What's happening?
Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Mace is seemingly dissing Diddy on a new song called Oracle 2, the liberation of Mace and Betha. On the song he rapped, "Yeah, I'm just a Harlem boy repping down a Vegas strip with my own shug. You from Mount Vernon, go and rep your own hood. I'm not hating on your Billy worth. Right now I'm saying what you really work. You ain't no architect, you just know how to market death. Go pay his mother what she really worth be." Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Read between them lines.
I guess I was a little confused, but all right.
What do you think saying? Go pay Biggie's mother?
Go pay Biggie's mother. And he also saying, I'm not hating on the billions that you've made in business as an entrepreneur and a businessman.
Right.
But
right.
Obviously you treated him wrong and didn't do great business with him.
Oh.
From an artist's perspective.
Wow.
Yeah, I be hating this because we never really know what went on. And in the beginning of these relationships and stuff, in the beginning of the music contracts and career, we sign contracts, and we oftentimes don't read the fine print. I mean, I hate to say it, and it's all in lawyers' terms, and we don't understand that. We just want to be famous. We just want to put our music out there, and we be very happy and excited. And sometimes you sign without really realizing what you've signed. So that happens a lot.
Do you think Diddy took it personal when Mace decided to leave Bad Boy to go be a gospel rapper?
I don't. Something probably made Mace want to do that. So we don't know the whole story. Like, Mace might have not been getting his money or something. No one knows what really happened between them but them. But something made Mace turn to the Lord.
Do you think he sang that song to the parishioners at church?
No. But moving on. Let's just move on forward. The parishioners, like the congregation at church?
Yeah. He's a pastor.
No, Gary. Oh, my God. All right, y'all, moving on. Mama Evelyn Braxton, y'all, she took to social media. We love Mama Evelyn Braxton and the Braxton sisters so much. She took to social media to remember her daughter, Tracy. She said, "My dear, sweet, wonderful, incredible daughter. We slept in the same bed together before she became so terminally ill. All night long talking while sharing so many secrets. She said so much strength of faith. Mommy, I'm going to beat this. I replied with so much hope. Absolutely, you will be healed, baby girl, without a doubt. She held on to her determination so that she could be an example for someone else, that she could perhaps help them through this heinous disease. Tracy maintained God's peace. She never complained. As I watched the weight drop off, I watched tears streaming down her face as she held on to her faith and her beliefs. She fought the good fight and held on until she could not hold on anymore. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for 50 years. You have given me and my family and the world with Tracy and allowing me to be her mommy." Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That was so sweet.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. We love Mama Evelyn, too. Just keep the Braxton family, Mama Evelyn, their dad, everybody, y'all, in their prayers, because that's a tough one. Yeah. Trina Braxton, Tamar, Tony, everybody, Tawanda. All right, y'all.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. We should probably wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, y'all, why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY. Let us know what you're thinking. 8669-RICKEY. The time now is 24 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary, what you got?
All right, Ricky. Now, this is the first date food no-nos. Because soon, one day, I will be going on a first date. You know this. So I'm hoping and praying for that, and I hope y'all do the same for me. But on a recent poll, y'all, it shows y'all that one of the most awkward dating moments was due to their first date making a food mess. So now there's a study of a group of people, y'all, that went out and actually tested foods to find out the worst foods to order on a first date. But that's only if you want the person to like you, Ricky. So now here goes the 2,000 people that that they tested and what have you. Coming in at number 5 was chicken wings, y'all. For that obvious, the mess factor. Do you eat chicken wings on your first date?
No, you don't take nobody to get. I mean, if y'all meeting up and y'all just kind of casually dating, it's not a formal date where you're going out to dinner. Yeah, but if we meeting up at French's or something, just to talk, yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Now, number 4, they say it's going to shock you, but corn on the cob.
Yeah, if she got partials. If she got partials,
it's gonna be a problem.
Maybe you can call them the cow, honey, on the first day.
Oh.
That
Now,
partial
and number
shot.
3, y'all, was spaghetti because they said the red sauce. You don't want to eat spaghetti, because of the red sauce.
You can if you got your chick to know how to put that spoon up under the noodles and twist that thing around and do it right.
Swirl.
And know how to do 2 or 3 noodles at a time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
No, it's actually not.
Yeah, I didn't learn that till an
if
adult.
she know what she doing.
Yeah. Now, coming in at
Instead of
number
sitting up
2.
there like the chick, I went to the what that damn restaurant? She said just sucking a whole spaghetti string.
Oh,
Yeah, the night end,
Lady in a Tramp.
it was a good ending that night.
Yeah.
Something like, damn, you did that to that spaghetti?
Ricky.
Then I took it a quick trip and bought her a bomb pop. For dessert, what she get?
She was really happy.
Get right.
Yes, baby.
Hey,
Exercise.
And coming in
got
at
down
number
to
2,
that blue
y'all.
boy quick.
Jesus. Coming in at number 2, y'all, was ribs, y'all. They said because of the sauce and eating with your hands. I mean,
It's hard to eat ribs kind of without looking.
Can't you
It's
cut
hard to
it?
eat ribs sexy.
yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah,
to do
that's You don't get no rib till you take her to a family function or something. But y'all done already done.
Y'all
done
got
the
me
first
close.
date. Yeah.
Yeah. And coming in at number 1, y'all, they said food people are advised not to eat on the first date is spicy curry.
Oh, okay.
Why
If
not?
you're gonna be over there for a little while
It's
afterward, you better
it's
not.
gonna break you down, Gary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bubble guts.
Take her to
Yes,
one
sir.
of the African restaurant where you eat some fufu, and you have to eat with your hands. And she's sitting up there, and you forgot that she worked at Pep Boy. She got oil up on her fingernails.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn chick with mechanic fingers.
Ooh, Rick, that's ooh.
Real woman.
She can't go get no acrylic or neck. Light skinned chick with some big ass fingers. Like one of them Alabama offensive tackles. Your last name Leatherwood?
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. All right, yesterday we talked about D.L. Hughley and Kanye West, y'all, where Kanye was making these threats to D.L. Hughley, saying he was going to send the goons to get him and so on and so forth and stuff like that. Well, D.L., he didn't sit quietly. Now, I'm sure he heard about it and stuff, and he had something to say. And here's what he said.
I didn't care anything about what Kanye said. I meant what I said. I stand on what I said. Here's the bottom line. We wouldn't know what's going on with you if you didn't always put it in social media. And the only thing I cared about is putting my address out there and making threats. So what ended up happening is I ended up reaching out to some people who knew the people who were supposed to be the people he was going to send. So those people call those people. We end up talking. I end up getting him on the phone. And I listened to him for like 15 minutes. I'm telling my kids and this and that. And he said, you said I was a stalker. I said, because I believe that to be true. You are a stalker. I believe that. And the only problem I have is you giving my address out and saying that that I passed out on stage because I'm a drug addict. Everybody knows I'm a drunk, not a drug addict. It's crazy.
Get it right.
But that whole threat thing, I said, you wouldn't talk to me like this if we were here. I believe that was a manic episode. But what Pete Davidson did, when Pete said, where you at? And he said, I'm in bed with your wife. I'd have killed myself right there. Because it goes from one thing to the other. It's like first it's your woman, then it's about your kids. And like even today, she's like, he sees his kids all the time. So if you don't want nobody in your business, don't put nobody in your business. But I don't know who you think you're scaring. Not with them. I know what you did last summer, Boots. You're crazy. I wouldn't get beat up by the Gordon Fisherman. You're crazy.
You can't win against a comedian, man.
And not just a comedian, the best.
Thank you.
Best. That also got a platform, a radio show, and he the bros, and he from the streets.
He's laughing at your threats.
Bruh, man.
But you know what the scary thing to me is? I didn't realize he gave that man's address out. Celebrities give out each other's addresses to threaten people.
Didn't I tell y'all DL know people?
Yeah.
Okay. I said that the other day.
He ain't sure.
Yeah.
DL is a personal mentor and my frat brother, and I know some stuff, okay? Yeah, we wasn't worried about that.
Yeah, but honey, so I'm glad DL addressed it, and he talked to Kanye, so that's a good thing about it. He called him up and talked to him,
Yeah, when I said I'm in bed with your wife, he said, I would have killed myself.
Spirit, child. But in other Kardashian news, y'all, now it's being reported, y'all, that they're saying that Kim Kardashian, honey, is disgusted with Pete Davidson's behavior. And they say they may be breaking up, y'all. Now, they're saying that the Pete Davidson Kanye drama was too much for Kim Kardashian. They said, people are saying, y'all, that people close to her said that she is disgusted by Pete's very public responses to Kanye. Now, they're saying that Kim is horrified by what's going on between Pete and Kanye. And they're saying Kim wants peace with her estranged husband and the father of her 4 children, not a social media war. Now, they're also saying that it was all too much for her and Pete talking about Kanye and talking to Kim. They're saying he's talking about her like she's a piece of meat, and they're saying that it's actually pretty disrespectful to Kim. So we're going to see how this situation turns out. So maybe Kanye may be winning that. Pete might wind up leaving, or Kim may wind up leaving him, or what have you and stuff. So I don't know. It just all seemed to me, it's almost really seeming fake, y'all, because they're saying all this stuff that went down with Kanye and Pete was all being filmed, honey. They said the cameras was rolling.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's all for her new season. That's, she got a new reality show on Hulu. So they said it was all the cameras was rolling, and honey, there it goes. So I just don't know what to believe. You just don't know what to believe. You know, and these people know how to manipulate you and make their money because, honey, Kim them left one company to go to another one, honey. So now she got a whole new show about to come out, and who knows how this is playing out. But whatever the situation is, though, we guess we just follow the story because the Kardashians are staying in the news. So, all right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Diva Glam. On the high end, you say Diva Glam, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Punch. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 21 minutes. 21 minutes after the hour, time for the wake-up call. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, want to know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Brat. This is Shelley from Springfield. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is John, Jasmine, John Jr., and Juliana calling from Louisville, Kentucky. We just want to spend a special wake-up call to our wife and mother, Jacqueline Beatty Johnson. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, everybody in Columbia, South Kakalaki.
This is D-Ray from Fort Myers, Florida. Thank God for waking me up, and I wanted to wake up my daughter, Nee, my grandkids, and all my loved ones in Fort Myers. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
It's a whole gang of cities tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know.
Let them know
Kansas City, wake up. In Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate it, Brandon.
What is going on, and how is this impacting you? Has water gotten into your apartment or anything yet?
Well, not yet, because it's not that bad, but over here on this side it kind of is, and I guess in the far back it is. That's why the cars is up here and stuff. But it haven't really hit our parking lot yet, so it really ain't affecting me yet. But once it do hit that, they probably gonna tell us to evaporate, and then that's what gets on my nerves all the time. We gotta keep evaporating. Yeah.
And I know we're right by Bowling Creek, and you said that this happens a lot, that you all have flooding here?
Yes. When I first moved here, I think the first time I moved here, it was like this, so we had to evaporate, and it had boats and stuff out here because the whole thing was flooded.
Was that Kim Nelson Ingram? Or was that Euro Thomas? It was either Euro Thomas or that was Kim Nelson Ingram. We're going to find out.
Your makeup.
The reporter was like, yeah.
So I don't go shooting where I be.
Black Tony, what's going on?
Hold on, son. What's going on right now?
Y'all got a prayer circle. You're not coming to work?
I'm on the trail. We got a prayer circle going.
Y'all got a prayer circle in the trail?
Yeah, because you ain't tell me yesterday.
What?
I just found out this morning that President Obama got the Rona.
That President Barack Obama got coronavirus?
Yeah. It's too disrespectful. I can't come to work today, so we got to pray for him.
No, you can't use that as an excuse to come to work. President Obama is fine.
Why you ain't tell me, son? That's supposed to be your friend. You supposed to know him.
No, he just said he had some, what is that, some what was it, saying mild symptoms?
Yeah, he said he feels fine.
Yeah, a little scratchy throat.
We just holding hands and we praying. We've been praying since 5 o'clock that morning. We gonna pray all day, Shawty.
You can't use that as an excuse not to come to work, Black Tony. President.
We just need him to pull through, Shawty.
He good, man.
Nah, he's straight.
He confirmed.
Yeah, I'm for Black President, Shawty. It's just too different. I couldn't even focus on coming to work today, Shawty, because I'm too upset.
Yeah, you can't use that. Can you use that as an excuse?
No, because President Obama himself confirmed that he's fine. He feels fine.
I know he's trying to be strong, Shawty, right now. But
Come on now.
I just can't pull myself together, Shawty.
Oh, man, Rock, that ain't,
Well, Tony, you know, I feel you, Tony, man. You got a good
No,
point.
Rock, no.
He got a good point, man, because he's really looking out for
He just gonna take up for him?
He looking out for his president.
He's not president.
That's our president.
Man, you part of the problem. You keep making excuses for Black Tony.
That's a good making a
Tom
good point,
Brady
man.
even went back to work. He wanted to send money to help President get better.
Absolutely.
They said Tom Brady went back to work. He wanted to help President Obama get better.
Absolutely.
Everybody praying for Obama right
See,
now.
Rock, you egging this on.
I'm with you, Black Tony.
Really, you should have called off the show today, Shawty. You should have just put the show on hold today, Shawty.
Put it on
We
what?
gotta pray about it.
And you got Smoking Norfolk playing in the background.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, Shawty, when I get myself.
Yeah,
All right, man.
Take your time, Black Tony. You
No,
get
man,
paid
don't
this week,
encourage
Shawty?
that. Are you gonna make him lose his job?
Nah, man.
Did we get paid this week, Shawty?
Yeah.
When?
We get paid Friday.
All right, I'll see you on Friday.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who is this?
Hey, this is the Reverend Hoop Ian Holler, where the N stands for Nathaniel. I'm from the First United Head Buzzer for Christ, where our motto is, you can run from the LAW, but you cannot run from the LAWD.
Pastor Hooper Holler, do you have T-shirts with that on there? That would be a good T-shirt to sell.
Most absolutely, positively I do.
Okay. What song you want to play this morning?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, and hopefully you don't tell me no, but I want you to play the song called Yeah.
Here, and what's the name of your church again for the people who want to follow you?
First United Head Busters for Christ, where you can run from the LAW, but you can't run from the LAWD.
Ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Hooper Holler, right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
First United Head Buzzer for Christ up, all them others down. Yeah. The real. Okay. The real. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. I was closing out my sermon, reading from that good book, the Bible. That's Bible. Something all y'all should read. Hey! Had a member to stand up and testify. She would only pray with me. I'm the BISHOP, the REV. Also known as the Red. Her breathing got heavy. Hey! She was acting like she was about to explode. Watch out! Oh, watch out! She said, lay hands on me. Lay hands on me. Then she started shouting and then she hit the floor. Watch out! I said, open them doors and get my doors. The church say, yeah. Come by my church, see how we ballin'. Yeah. Get so caught up and forget what time it be. Yeah. Folks start shouting when I start preaching. Yeah. Next thing I knew, it was time for tithing. Church say, yeah. Hey, y'all sitting in the back, the realm. Got a sermon, make your soul go. Clap. Hey, y'all sitting in the back, the realm. Got a scripture, make your soul go. Hey, y'all sitting in the back, choir. Got some songs, make your soul go. Hey, y'all sitting in the back, the ushers catch you playing. All you gonna hear is, everybody get up out them pews. Get up out them pews. Now get your wallet out. Get your wallet out. Get your wallet out. Get your wallet out. Now lay your ties down. Lay your ties down. Lay your ties down. Lay your ties down. Now walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Now benediction. May the Lord watch between me and thee. While we're absent. One from another. Amen.
That's Reverend Hoop and Holler, y'all.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Gary got the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tory Lanez, honey, at first he was in hot water, y'all, with Meg Thee Stallion. Now they're saying he is in hot water with George Michael's estate, y'all. Now they're saying after he allegedly, y'all, used the late singer's Careless Whisper track, y'all, without their permission. Now they're saying that the estate claims, y'all, that Lanez enchanted waterfall samples under the track, and he was not authorized to do so. They say it was brought to their attention that the song Enchanted Waters by the artist Tory Lanez, honey, incorporated an unauthorized sample of Careless Whisper written by George Michael and Andrew Wrigley, requested permission for this use, y'all, and they had been and it was declined back in June of 2021. So they said they took immediate action on behalf of the writers in collaboration with the publishers, y'all, Warner Chappell Music, to prevent further exploitation, honey, as they will not tolerate any unauthorized use of any songs within the catalogs of George Michael and or Andrew Wrigley.
Wasn't Madonna just mad at him? Or was that a different person? Wasn't it him?
I think it was him too.
For Like a Prayer or something like
yes.
that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You can't take samples of the people's songs. I mean, is that not public domain or whatever?
Not the saxophone part. You can't be
not no part. It don't matter what instrument it is. Not
really?
No part without
that
the permission.
saxophone part is the key to that damn song.
Yes, it is. We love
Oh, right.
And it's so recognizable, so you shouldn't even try. Like it's.
I feel so unsure as I take your hand. Boy, I was listening to that. Yes, sir!
One of the coldest songs ever.
Yeah.
Take me back to Woodlawn High School. God dog it.
So we don't want to hear Enchanted Waters by Tory Lanez? I mean, if it sounds similar.
Well, let it pull out a verse and then put some lyrics in there. It wouldn't hurt to update it. You heard what Dolly Parton told Beyonce to do. Take them all.
Yeah, and get paid, though, honey.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference. Dolly gave her permission.
True. Yeah, but poor Tory, but it look like they should let him. If once the song is already made, look like it's yours now. It look like they should let you keep it, but they said they pull all of it except from different from Apple and Spotify and what have you. They not pulling it, but we're gonna keep Tory lifted, y'all, because he took that man's song, honey. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Now, we talked about 50 Cent, y'all, honey, said he's putting Monique back on, and it's still out there, y'all, but he's not letting it go. They're saying that he's definitely going to put Monique back on after she was blackballed by the industry. He said, quote, "I'm sure Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry would not want to continue to allow their influence to damage Monique, honey, or the real worldwide career." And this, y'all, he said, went on for way too long, y'all. And he said that it would be definitely great, honey, that somebody would apologize and put her back on. So we hope that Monique will come back on sometime soon, y'all. He said because Monique claims, y'all, that she was blackballed after she received a phone call from Lee Daniels now, and Daniels denied ever blackballing Monique. She said, "I respect her," and he said, "I respect her actor because she gave me
power."
Well, I hope 50 do exactly since he already hollering about he want to put her back on and stuff like that. You know, yeah, he should put her on power.
Hey, Special K, what role would Monique and Precious would have in Power?
They would play. Well, Monique could play Tommy's love interest.
Yeah.
He all of a sudden want an older black woman.
And what about Precious?
She's not really going to have a role. She's going to be in the background with that bucket of chicken for no apparent reason. She's just going to be in the back of the scene while they doing something else. She'd just be walking around back there with that chicken she ran out of that store with.
In all the scenes?
Rob, you remember she ran out of that store?
Yeah.
With that bucket of chicken.
So she's going to pop up in all the scenes.
In every scene, she just in the background. She ain't saying nothing. She just in the back shot. You can just see her right over Tommy's shoulder.
Where she be going? Where she going with the chicken? Where she going?
She ain't going. She just on the corner with it. She just standing over there with that bucket of chicken. He killing folks and doing drug deals, and she just back there with that damn bucket of chicken. Like, you just see it in the corner.
Oh, that'd be a good scene, I guess, child.
Lord.
I guess I'll go to the color, child. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Diva Glam. On the high end, you say Diva Glam, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Punch. That's your color for today.
Thank you.
She should be in a lot of different movies. Okay.
She should be in every movie.
And just every scene, she just passed by
with that bucket of chicken. I don't care what movie it is.
What part of Coming to America would she be in?
When they in McDowell, when she walking past the front of McDowell, looking in the window. She just looking in the window with one. She got one drumstick in her hand, looking in that window.
What about the color purple cake?
When they run and meet each other in the field, she's just standing off in the background.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. We got a countertop clutter controversy going on now. We all love a clean house. Well, at least most of us, and no matter how much you clean, there will always be those areas that just seem to attract clutter. Now, Michelle Vig, the founder of Neat Little Nest, listed some of the top items that can make your home seem unorganized when left out on your counter. Number one was paper. Everything from mail to just random receipts, papers on the counter was one of the top problems. Also, another big hitter was having too many unused utensils, followed by leaving your mask on the counter. Also, now you would think the argument would be about leaving your mask out, but instead social media exploded after somebody on Twitter called out their roommate for number 5 on the list, putting the toaster up after using it. Now, believe it or not, there are people who leave their toaster out on the counter, so it's ready to go whenever there's, toast to be made. But Team Counterspace said it needs to be cleared away after use and stored in a hidden away place, freeing up the counter. Now, so the question is, should toasters be allowed to stay out, or should you clear it away when not in use? Eva, I know you're a neat freak. What's yours?
You know I'm Team Counterspace. Put that toaster away and make sure you get all the little pieces that fall to the bottom. Make sure you put that in the trash can before you put that in my
It do be crumbs
cabinet.
up under there.
Please, Ricky. It's so gross.
It do. Special K.
I don't put my toaster up. I do clean it, but I don't put it up. It
How
ain't
do you
that
clean
big.
it?
It's a little tray you pull out. It's a little tray
you
pull
got
out.
a good toaster.
Yeah, you just dump it out and then you wipe it off and you stick it back in there.
You got to keep the toaster on the counter, man.
You got to keep it on.
There's 3 things that stay on the counter: the toaster, the coffee maker, and a can opener, electric can opener.
All right, what about you? What about you, Brad?
You put all that mess up. You keep your counter space clean. You keep it real neat and clean. There's space in your cabinets. You put the toaster in there, the can opener, and everything else. Even the air fryer. When you finish with it, you wash it out and you put it away.
Oh, please. Don't nobody feel like putting
You don't got to beg me. That's all right.
Now, listen. Now that air fryer, it depends on what kind. You got the little square. You talking about like the little oven, the one that look like the little rectangle oven?
No, I got a big one.
The black
I got
one.
a big circle black one. But when I'm finished
you can't
with
leave
it,
that one out. You can't leave the crock pot out.
No, right. If it don't fit in your cabinet, put it in the closet or
Let
something.
me ask y'all this. Now, I have my toaster right next to the coffee maker because I do mornings, so I have a Pop-Tart or a couple of pieces of toast with the coffee, and I have a little corner because I got my kitchen counter got enough room. So I always leave the toaster out.
Okay, we'll try this.
And
Ricky,
if you got a good
do you
toaster,
have a
it's kind
cover?
of like for decoration, too.
Yeah.
Do you have a cover for your
Decoration?
toaster?
No,
But who have
no.
time
What is it
to sit
decorating?
here and toast and then take the damn toaster and unplug it and clean it and put it up?
Toaster
Do anybody
hot.
have time?
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God, it only
you
take
running
a
out the
second.
door.
Anybody
bother with
got
that?
time for that?
It only takes a second. It only
Okay,
takes
that's
a
But
second.
it be hot, Brett.
Yes.
Once it cools off, you don't make.
Well, I'm at work
But
now.
what if
Once it
somebody
cool
else?
off.
What if somebody else wants some toast?
Then they have to pull it out and toast them some damn
Oh,
toast.
okay, that's
too
a lot.
much. That's too much.
Too much.
No, it's not. No, it's
That's
not.
too
When you
much.
make
Right.
if you got somebody and somebody else on some toast, you make everybody some toast and then put
Then
the
the
toast
toast
up
gonna
when
be
you finish
cold.
with
Oh,
it.
Everybody gonna eat
exactly.
their toast at
Then
the
put
same
it in
time.
the oven.
No,
That ain't
child.
toast then. Then it's oven.
No,
Do all
the
that.
toaster don't need to
But you
stay
have to
out
put the
because the
toaster
first person
away.
to leave all the crumbs out, then you gonna be complaining about that because they ain't clean the crumbs up. So you just put the
Yo.
toaster up yourself.
When they show this display in the store, they got the toaster, the crock pot, and the coffee maker on the counter.
No,
That's
they
what you're
don't,
supposed to
Gary.
have to make
That's
that
because
kitchen
they're
look
selling that in the store. They want you to buy
Okay,
that.
y'all
That's
doing
why it's
too
out.
much.
I
It sure is.
can shut all y'all the hell up right now. with this. If you just put the butter on the toast and put it in the oven like your grandmama did, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah, you wait 20 minutes for a piece of toast.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, Brett, even that's the best damn toast ever.
And sprinkle some
The cast iron skillet. The cast iron skillet is what it is.
And
Well,
you
put
can't-
cheese on it, then make
You
grilled
cook it in the
toast.
skillet with that butter. You fry that bread. Come on now.
Yeah, and you can't. Yeah, yeah.
Take you an hour and a half to eat breakfast.
Y'all seen that? Y'all seen that toast on Amazon with the little computer picture on the front when you just press a button? It got pictures of what you going the one that they keep popping up on when you go on Amazon, but you won't order it because it costs too much. You just look at that baby like one of these damn days. Everybody know what I'm talking about. It keep popping up on Amazon. You be like, one of these damn days. Let's go to the phone line. 866-9 Ricky. Good morning.
You got to put the toaster up when you get done with it. It makes no sense to leave it out for days and days if you're not using it.
I grew up, everything was on the counter. And I've had everything on the counter, but everything, it's got to get placed. You got the blender, my son got a popcorn maker, all of it's on the counter. It's got to go somewhere else. And my prayer for my new home is that I'll have a closet for it. All of it can go. It can't be on the counter.
Man, the toaster stay out just like you leave the microwave out. You don't put the microwave up after you use it.
That toaster needs to go under the cabinet to keep a clean counter space. I didn't even know that it was an option for people like me. Have it on the counter because we don't have any cabinet space. So that's definitely a rich people conversation.
Yeah, well, that is a good point. What if you don't? My man said, now some people got their microwave at the radio station. The microwave is out on the counter. Now it bothered me the first 2 weeks, but I kind of got used to it being there. We put it out there because we don't want people coming in our private office. I'm just gonna be honest.
Right.
People coming in here that ain't on this show using our microwave, and we kind of get funny acting because everybody don't clean up like what I'm saying. They don't understand how we roll over here. This morning show is very clean. The only person nasty on this show is Gary.
It's Gary.
Everybody knows.
I'm a realist.
You're a realist, Gary.
That's right. Y'all with all that mess putting stuff up there.
But the microwave is on the counter, and I've gotten used to it being there. But that heavy-ass microwave with that big piece of glass that go around in circles, you don't put that up. That's a valid argument. Then the other lady said that ain't no cabinet space to put the toaster in.
You know the remedy for that, Ricky?
What?
They have the old school. I know a lot of your grandmas had it. My grandmother's had it. The little cover for your toaster.
What cover? I ain't never seen no toaster cover.
Yeah, they got covers for them.
They got little
What
covers.
cover?
You don't. Yeah, you got a toaster cover.
Little vinyl cover.
Yeah, a little vinyl cover.
What color is it? Because sometimes the toaster go with the rest of the color of the stove.
Ricky, it's just another waste of time to have to pull the cover off and then you got to set it. Man,
then where you gonna put the cover?
On the toaster.
On the toaster. If you leave it out on the counter.
Take the cover off.
You set it
You
aside.
put it in front of the toaster until you toast your bread. Then
But why the damn toaster need a cover?
Exactly.
Because
it's on the counter.
Jesus.
That's too much, man.
It's just one more thing to do.
A roach can still get in there.
Why you got roaches?
You press it. Now you got the toaster down and the toaster don't smell right.
Yeah.
Instead of them, the pregnant roaches with their little tail on it.
You know what? No, oh my God.
What kind of
Remember
toast?
them?
Like, I ain't know your toast had almonds.
Toasted almonds.
Toasted almonds. What the hell is going on? All right, Rick Smiley on the show. Jeff Johnson is here. What up, Jeff?
Hey, what up, Rick? What up, everybody? Good to be with you all this Tuesday morning. Man, Rick, listen, if there is, we know it's award season and there's all kind of awards that are being given out for all kinds of creative brilliance. But if we were going to give away the award for brilliance and insanity, it would be Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, we talked a couple of weeks ago, Rick, about him fighting against his own party around voting districts. Most of you know that during redistricting following the census, that states put together a plan that shows how the congressional lines will be drawn. Well, in Florida, their Republican state legislature kept in place two traditionally black districts, seats held by Representative Val Demings and Representative Al Lawson. Well, the governor is literally fighting his own party and is going to call them, Rick, back into special session to almost force them to take up his voting map. And this map would eliminate the 2 congressional seats held by black Democrats. So, to be clear, the Republican-held legislature put together their own plan, which is what they are congressionally charged to do. They submitted that plan. They all agree with that plan. The governor doesn't like the plan. He's going to pull them back in and tell them to revisit his plan. And so this could be catastrophic for the state of Florida, because you're already talking about, as many of you know, just ridiculously drawn lines that represent congressional districts that look like art my son would draw versus, communities that make sense. But he literally, as he is planning to run for president, is taking on all things that make sense. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the legislature when they go back in. He can't force them to do it, but the fact that he can call special session to make them review it just is ridiculous on so many levels. And Rick, this has never happened anywhere in any state.
Wow.
Where a sitting governor has opposed the congressional alliance plan of a legislator controlled by his own party, his or her own party. So this is unprecedented. But it makes sense, though, right? DeSantis got the election police force passed, which is his rendition of stormtroopers that are trying to protect people against non-existent voter fraud.
Right.
His don't say gay law that just came into law. And of course, his banning of critical race theory. So as this guy is on his road for president, the state of Florida is at great risk, and it's going to be interesting to see if this state legislature stands firm. I hope they do. What else we're looking at is we talked a couple of weeks ago about Clarence Thomas's wife.
Right.
And Clarence Thomas's wife, who's an activist, who's a Republican activist, GOP activist and strategist, and is involved in all kinds of issues, some of which go before the Supreme Court, where her husband has not recused himself. Well, it has been confirmed that not only was she at the January 6th rally, she states that she left before the violence started. She states she left before former President Trump gave his speech, and that she did not condone the violence. But again, the fact that she was there is incredibly damning. And what is most interesting to me, Rick, is that she had the unmitigated gall of saying, yes, me and Clarence Thomas are married, but we don't talk about work. I don't talk about my work with him, and he doesn't talk about his work with me.
Oh,
which
that's
is
a lot.
crazy.
Wow.
I mean, it's really? Man, we know married people who don't like each other.
That pillow talk is hell.
It ain't even. We know people who married that don't like each other and still talk about work because they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Right.
I mean, the fact that she would imply that they don't talk about work is absolutely ridiculous. And so, there's no censure at this point. There literally is nothing in the Supreme Court that makes you recuse yourself from an issue. You have to do it yourself. There's no accountability at all. So on the Justice Thomas side, he could just sit there and twiddle his thumbs and pretend like he doesn't hear this. She, on the other hand, continues to be in very interesting places. But again, there's no real level of accountability for this. In better news, you all, I want to just give a huge big up to Marcus Bullock. Brother from Maryland has an app called Filk Shop, and he wants it to educate incarcerated people so they can make positive impact in their communities upon release from prison. But what he also does is, many of you know that phone calls and are expensive in prison. And in many cases, people just don't get mail on a regular basis. And so this is an app that helps inmates receive communication from the outside world, where they're able to print pictures, where they're able to print letters and receive them in whatever facilities that they're in. He credits his mom, Reverend Sylvia Bullock, for helping him. It was her letters to him that inspired him to do this app. And this brother was convicted at 15 years old as an adult, and and he said for him, after he got sentenced as an adult at 15, it changed everything for him. in 2019, I think it was, John Legend and NBA star Baron Davis both gave financial support to the app. And Davis, who has done a ton of work around previously incarcerated people and system-impacted people, said the hardest thing for people to do while in prison is to receive positive communication. And this app solves that problem in an organic fashion. And he purchased equity stake and bought thousands of Filk Shop credits for families. Beyond this brother Bullock also created a boot camp where it's called the Filk Shop School of Business.
Right.
So it's a boot camp style entrepreneurship program. Celebrate this brother, and it's Filk Shop. I'll check y'all. Jet Nation, hit you. Sorry for being overtime. I'm out.
Oh man, Rick Smiley on the show, man. The boss, Rick Ross. Brett. I don't know why I took that dressing room right behind the stage. That damn bass, you ought to see that video.
I saw the video. Your face. I was like, oh my God.
I put my phone against the wall in the dressing room. I said, I'm getting too old for this. Rick Ross has so much bass.
You look like Miss Bernice. Your face was like, Jesus, why did I put myself right here?
My dressing room was like shivering. The bags of potato chips start popping open. Man, Rick Ross.
I love that song right there, though.
I swear. Miami Gardens gave Rick Ross a key to the city. It was the mayor's birthday. Jazz in the Garden Heard put on a hell of a show. So did Rick Ross. Mary J. Blige, Jonathan McReynolds, man. It was just a really and damn your boy Stokely.
Get out of here.
Came with it. And it was just and the Isley brothers.
Come on, dog.
But when I tell y'all Ron Isley still got it.
He got his hair still jet black.
He got it, Rick.
And the hair
got the ponytail.
He had a pony. He cut the ponytail off. I think went to the same shop that Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy went to, and they cut the ponytail off and said that'll be $8. And he got
it's called Mighty Sharp.
Yeah, right.
Mighty Sharp Barbershop.
That's the name of it.
Mighty Sharp.
Mighty Sharp. But yeah, man, they got down, man. The Isley Brothers, man. That was just a lot of fun. I look forward to doing that every year. Just grateful for that opportunity. But when he did that song right there, man, it was like it just made the whole made the whole weekend, man. Cause the boss was getting down. So I was real excited about that, y'all. All right, 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Hey.
We got the one and only Mr. Thomas on the phone with us.
Mr. Thomas. Hey, Ricky.
Mr. Thomas, I saw you sitting on the front row when Ron Isley came out.
I sure enough was sitting there. Ring-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling, man.
Mr. Thomas, did you enjoy yourself?
I had a good old time. I'm talking about, boy, with so many chickadees everywhere, so many jitterbugs trying to dance out there and everything. I started damn near caught a cold. I started sniffling a little bit, but I made it through it. It was nice, boy. I tell you, jazz in the garden. Jazz in the garden.
Mr. Thomas, what you had on?
Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. I tried to come out there like an old spook. Had some wingcoat tips. I went over to Rossou's down there. This nice Rossou's got me a nice little linen. Nice linen pants, but that wind was cutting through, boy, I tell you. Cutting through, boy, I tell you.
What kind of cologne you had on, Mr. Thomas?
Man, I'm already Friday night, at the pre-party, I threw on some juke. Then Saturday, I backed it up with some one-man show. Yeah. And Sunday, I put on that good cologne. That's the cool water. Cool water. Like cooling water.
Yeah.
Cooling water.
I'm going to get you that you got that CK1, Mr. Thomas?
No, I ain't got that, Ricky. Now you got to come on and pull up on me now. Give me that.
Yeah, I got you some CK1, Mr. Thomas.
Come on, don't lie to me.
Yeah, they sell it at Rich's.
What?
Yeah, Rich's and McRae's.
Rich's and McRae's. I ain't heard that. I ain't heard that since the war.
Yeah, it's two of them still open, I think. But I got you. That CK1 is fire.
Give me that CK1, boy, so I can put it on there and go and see about Miss Barbara Jean.
Yeah.
Put that on, boy. Barbara
Jean,
Barbara Jean.
Is she out of her wheel? Is she back walking?
Yeah, she back walking, but they said she got to keep moving because she got gout, and then she got a thyroid problem. She got all kinds of stuff wrong with her, but I'm going to still knock her down. I'm going to knock her down.
Miss Barbara Jean got that junk in the trunk.
When I say she got that U-Haul, when I say she got that wheelbarrow, when I say she got that station wagon, I'm going to knock Barbara Jean out. I'm going to blow my back out. You hear me?
Come on now.
Yes, sir. They said Barbara Jean ain't nothing to play with. And she be having don't mess up her French roll, Mr. Thomas.
Don't mess up her French roll every time. I'm going to tell you something. She's the onlyest woman I ever knocked down that made me always catch a Charlie horse. I don't know why I can't stand up in it the right way. I can't stand up in it. I can't do it. She give you a Charlie horse. She give you a Charlie horse.
Mr. Thomas, so we gonna play your song this morning because these children not here. They still out there on drugs. Mr. Thomas, we got to get them motivated to stop doing drugs.
Well, I know that's right. Put my song on because I got to talk to these kids.
Hey, shout out to Pumpkin. Pumpkin love you, Mr. Thomas.
Shout out to Pumpkin. Hey, you don't have to do drugs.
Sing it. Oh, Lord.
Come on now. Oh, no. Come on.
You don't have to.
You don't.
Come on.
To get back.
Sing it, Mr. Thomas.
Will that be one? Will that be one? You get in the head. Oh, you know it.
You dead. Come on.
Can you see for yourself? If you can't walk by yourself, I'll walk with you.
Come on.
I'll walk with you. Come on, just
Fall out the window?
That's your favorite part, Mr. Thomas.
With the cocaine and get it off in the crack.
Hey, get yourself. Hey, and get your mind back. Hey, what drugs are doing? Come on, Mr. Thomas.
You walk by yourself.
Don't have
you don't have to do that.
Mr. Thomas, y'all.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 25 minutes after the hour, y'all, this segment's being brought to you by...
Man, it's brought to you by Toyota Tundra. Yes, indeed, you make a powerful statement every time you pull up in the pickup that's changing the game, the all-new Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Eva for Sheba.
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Russia continued to bomb cities throughout Ukraine yesterday, but they have yet to overtake the capital city of Kyiv. Russian and Ukrainian officials are continuing to talk while U.S. and Chinese officials met in Rome to discuss the war. Russia has allegedly reached out to China for military assistance, and the U.S. has warned China against getting involved. Meanwhile, the number of refugees who fled the country has now reached almost 3 million. The president of Ukraine is set to deliver a speech to the U.S. Congress tomorrow. In other news, the police arrested a suspect in a series of shootings of homeless men in New York and Washington. At least 5 homeless men sleeping outdoors in Washington and New York were attacked this month. 2 of them died. And evidence found by federal prosecutors show that the former leader of the far-right group called the Proud Boys had a detailed document showing plans to storm the Capitol last year. Meanwhile, Jenny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, admits that she attended the rally that preceded the attack, raising questions about efforts to overturn the 2020 election and her influence on her husband. Last but certainly not least, Idaho has become the latest state to issue a 6-week abortion ban, similar to the one passed in Texas last year, which allows citizens to sue anyone seeking or aiding in an abortion.
Wait a minute, like other family members, or just anybody could sue? Somebody go get an abortion, somebody could get mad and sue them.
You could sue me. You, Rickey Smiley, could sue Eva Marcel if I wanted to get an abortion in Idaho, in Texas. Why? And now in Idaho, but in Texas and quite a few other states too. They're all following Texas's lead since it got, passed.
assume
in a couple of states, they Congress, they got Republican GOP. They asking for the death penalty for women and
It's
doctors
crazy.
who do the abortion.
What?
You know, they far right. They far right.
It's the legislation is been passed in one county up there already.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have the city right in front of me, but yeah, they all the way crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, the Brooklyn Nets, they fined Kyrie Irving a cool $50,000 for allowing Kyrie in the locker room for breaking COVID protocol. Because, he still hadn't been vaccinated.
Right.
New York still got that mandate to be vaccinated. So until they lift that mandate, he was in a locker room unapproved, and he got that $50,000 fine right there. Tom Brady, of course, we all know he unretired and will be playing his 23rd season next year on the field. Lots of collectors are a little upset, including this one guy who purchased Tom Brady's final touchdown football for $500,000 as a collectible item. Because if it was indeed his true last final touchdown, that $500,000 investment would have turned into a couple of million easy over time. So that ball is now worth about $50,000 because Tom Brady came out of retirement.
So the value ain't gonna go up on that one ball?
Because it's no longer his last final touchdown football.
He ought to beat Tom Brady, beat the hell. I'll beat the. And did you see Malcolm Walker video on Facebook?
I see.
When Tom Brady announced that he was coming back, he was sitting there like he was finna drink some bleach. Do y'all follow Malcolm Walker?
Yeah, because he a Georgia, Atlanta Falcons fan.
Falcons fan. And Tom Brady, he was sitting there with some bleach.
Yes, sir.
Man, that video. Did you see it?
I didn't see it yet.
Yeah. Make sure you watch.
Y'all understand his pain.
If you love sports, follow Malcolm Walker on Facebook. It's hilarious.
Colin Kaepernick, man, is still working out every day. Video surface of him throwing some passes to Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett. And he's still hoping for an NFL team to give him a shot to play. Now, do I think Colin Kaepernick is ever going to get his shot to play? Probably not. But you know me, I'm a theorist. Is that a word? A theorist?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a theory out there. Okay, if he's throwing passes to Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett, Russell Wilson was traded from Seattle to go to Denver. So that means Seattle could be looking for another quarterback to add to the roster.
Man, they so damn racist and stuff, and the things that he stand for, they wouldn't give him a chance, even if he was a bit better than any quarterback in the NFL. They so racist.
But Russell Wilson's black or half black.
Yeah, but what Colin Kaepernick stand for, them owners?
Yeah,
it's ultimately up to the owner.
Absolutely, but they had a black quarterback.
Yeah,
because
Kaepernick
he was standing up for black people.
Yeah, but they don't like Colin Kaepernick.
You don't think Pete Carroll? Because Pete Carroll's one of them head coaches.
I mean, if they, but see, it's not his decision. He'll play him. He probably asked for him, but is that right? Am I right on that day?
You'll ask for him, but the owner is gonna make the final decision.
It's gonna be the owner.
I don't think he's gonna get a shot, but if anybody was to give him a shot, it would be Pete Carroll because he's one of those coaches that step outside the box.
I would go to the CFL and kill him.
He's been offered to go to the CFL. He's declined it.
That ain't helping either. Go somewhere and win.
He's been offered to play in an arena football league. He declined that too.
Yeah.
He hadn't played football in how many years?
Right.
3 years.
It's been 4 years now?
4 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, that is a long time. So,
we'll see.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I hope we get to see him play again because he's one of the best quarterbacks.
Just one more time. One more time.
Yeah.
Rickety Tack got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot.
Catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Now, after receiving criticism for a comment she made at the Critics' Choice Awards Sunday, the Power of the Dog director, Jane Campion, issued an apology to Venus and Serena Williams. She said, I made thoughtless comments during equating what I do in the film world with all that Serena and Venus Williams have achieved. I did not intend to devalue these two legendary black women and world-class athletes, she said in a statement. What happened was, while accepting the award for Best Director on Sunday, Campion said, Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys like I have to. Well, following this comment, she was dragged on Twitter, and Anne Boleyn actress Jodie Turner-Smith wrote, Jane taking time out of her Best Director speech to tell two black women that she is more oppressed than them is peak white feminism. Campion continued in her apology, said the fact is the Williams sisters have actually squared off against men on the court and off, and they both have raised the bar and opened doors for what is possible for women in this world. I love Venus and Serena. Their accomplishments are titanic and inspiring. Serena and Venus, I apologize and completely celebrate you. So that is what she said. What y'all think about that?
I mean,
it's so hard. You really just can't say nothing. And I don't think this lady meant any harm, but I do understand how people took it the wrong way. Like they didn't play tennis against men and women. Like, so, that's an untruth. So I guess they did deserve an apology, but my goodness, this lady was probably nervous and accepting her speech, but she should not have used them and said that.
No, she shouldn't have.
Sensitive.
Got to be tone, can't be tone deaf.
Right. So was that white feminism?
That's a real thing, Brett.
It is, and it's their privilege. And one didn't have anything to do with another. Like, she was getting her award. It was great. She could have gotten it and had nothing to do with King Richard, Venus, or Serena or anything. So it was just unnecessary.
Right. Okay. Well, y'all, Lizzo is speaking out against Texas Governor Greg Abbott's decision to treat gender-affirmative child care as child abuse. Now, during the keynote conversation at South by Southwest this past weekend, Lizzo said, I'm proud to rep Houston, but I'm not proud to rep Texan politics right now. There are very regressive laws being passed, and they're taking away the right for young children to have a chance to live authentically as themselves. It's a violation of human rights. Trans rights are human rights. She also weighed in on the restrictive abortion law, saying, we got a lot of other things we need to be handling instead of y'all being in people's homes and telling them what to do with their bodies and being all up in their uteruses. The abortion ban is atrocious as well. Mind your business, stay out of my body. All right. Well, that's what Lizzo had to say, and I agree with it. Mind your business, stay out of my body. Let me do what I want to with my body. Like, no one else should really be able to have a say so if I want to do something with my body. Nobody don't say no. People be getting their butts done, and they know. If people want to have kids or they make a mistake and not want to have a kid because they know they can't afford it or they can't take care of it, then they shouldn't be forced to have it. But that's just my opinion.
But your son ain't finna wear no baby doll shoes to football practice.
No, he's not.
Oh, the kid.
Oh, my God. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next.
PC, honey.
Coming up next, y'all, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the praise mix down. Let us pray. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's that, Gary?
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's Talk It Out Tuesday. Y'all help me welcome our therapy expert, licensed professional counselor, Yanetta Spring. Good morning. Yanetta
Spring. Good morning. Good morning, y'all.
Man, good morning. I know you got some stuff for us to be focusing on today. Good morning.
We're continuing on with this mindfulness. I hope y'all been being mindful and, this has been helping y'all out. And, just for everybody who hadn't heard the segments previously, mindfulness is just paying attention to what's happening with you in the moment, just being aware of what's going on around you without judgment. So today I wanted to talk about one of the hardest things, one of the most challenging things for me as a therapist working with my clients. And it's really on taking that time to educate them on how to turn inward and talk about what's going on with them. Okay. Right. So y'all know that one of the classic questions that you always expect to hear when you go to therapy is, how does that make you feel? Or how do you feel when that happens? Right. And it's a classic question, but people have the hardest time expressing and really identifying how they feel. You know, when y'all think about that, why do y'all think that's hard for people? Or maybe hard for you, or has been hard for you, just saying how you feel? Why y'all think that's so hard?
A lot of times we be so afraid that we're going to hurt somebody else's feelings by telling them why we feel what we feel and how it affects. So instead of saying how I feel, I let people know what you did, how it affected me. So you can't argue with that, because that what you did and said affected me.
Right, and sometimes when you're going through something emotional and you don't want somebody to feel bad, you might not want your mama or your sister, somebody to feel bad if you feel bad inside, so you just keep it to yourself.
Or you might have feelings of guilt sometimes. You know, you feel bad about how you feel, or you feel like the way you feel, you shouldn't feel that way. So, because of that, you're afraid to express yourself.
I don't want to tell people how I feel because I know nobody cares. Because the situation in society says, if you go around telling people, say, oh, Ricky said, Gary, how you feeling? Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, let me call you right back. Because people don't want to know how you feel. That's just a figure of speech, how you feel. But when you start telling them how you feel, they don't want to hear, because, honey, people want you to say, I'm feeling fine, and keep it moving.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of y'all hit the nail right on the head. All of y'all have different experiences, different reasons why you don't express your feelings, or you're resistant to express your feelings. I always say that the goal is stabilization. And what that means is we want to feel comfortable, we want to feel safe, and we want to feel at ease. Feelings sometimes can cause us to be uncomfortable, right? They can make our relationships uncomfortable. They can make us feel like guilty or like somebody else doesn't care. All of those things activate like our nervous system and cause us to resist being transparent, being vulnerable, or being uncomfortable, right? And everything everybody said, it boils down to it's uncomfortable. Right? Whether it be I feel judged, or I feel guilty, or I feel like people don't care, right? So the mindfulness, the reason why we want to focus on being mindful and expressing our feelings is that feelings that don't get processed, they get stored, right? So these feelings that you have, if you don't express them, they don't just disappear. They stay in our bodies. They show up in our conversations, in our interactions, and they'll eventually impact our mood if we don't talk about them and we don't get them out and express them. So there are three things, okay? We have emotions, we have feelings, and we have our moods. An emotion hits us in 6 seconds. Something happens and we feel an emotion. Right. That emotion turns into a feeling based off of how we perceive it, what we attach to it. So it turns into a feeling based off of what people don't care, or I feel guilty, or then it turns into a feeling. But then it will transition into a mood by not being communicated or processed, or if it lingers over time. Right. Now you have a mood issue. Now you're like actually in a depressed mood or in an anxious mood, right? So a lot of this stuff can be addressed if we hit it and we identify it when it's at its first stage of that emotion stage.
So, Yanetta, you're pretty much saying that we got about 5 or 6 seconds to take control of our emotion.
Well, it takes 90 seconds for an emotion to fully pass through our body, right? So when we feel an emotion, if we identify what it is and just let it process, it takes 90 seconds for it to leave. What makes it turn into like a prolonged feeling or a mood is the meaning that we attach to it.
Gotcha.
There it is. All right. Hey, we are definitely happy to have you today. And listen, y'all, you hear us talking about going to therapy every Tuesday, but Talking Out Tuesday is not meant to replace going to see your own personal therapist. So if you're thinking about talking to somebody and maybe you have a question you'd like to hit Yanetta up, let everybody know your website.
Yeah, so you can find me at springfordcounseling.org. You can follow me on social media at Springford Counseling or Yanetta Spring. Make sure y'all pick up my self-care strategy workbook. You can find that on the site as well. And just take care.
That's right. Hey, if you're depressed and he didn't give you a ring, you need to pick up the phone and call Yanetta Spring. All right, y'all. Thank you, Yanetta. Hey.
Yes, sir.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show.